Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope forecast for week commencing the 13th of January for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you're new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you'd subscribe. This week begins with us all coming to terms with that mighty stellium which occurred in the sign of Capricorn last week. This is making us all think about our role in life, anything to do with property, and we could find ourselves thinking carefully about our relationship with people who are older or younger than us, or are thinking around institutions, or even how we think about our goals and ambitions. They're very much to the fore. But Tuesday sees Venus move out of the friendly sign of Aquarius and into the more gentle, tranquil sign of Pisces. But it does, through to Thursday, forge an electrifying angle to Uranus, the planet of change, which is in the earthy sign of Taurus. This suggests that this can be a time to, in one way, go with the flow which is coming from Venus, but also be quite open-minded about who we can connect with around our relationship possibility. In an existing relationship, perhaps this is calling us to think about how we can reinvent it in some way, keep it fresh, keep changing and evolving, which comes from the mutability of that Pisces flowing energy. But also on Friday, Mercury replaces Venus in the sign of Aquarius. Now, Mercury in Aquarius is a very positive transit. This is an opportunity for us to keep up the interaction that Venus and the midpoints of the Sun and the Moon encouraged us to engage with from the start of the year. And of course, also we have Mars in the friendly, go-getting sign of Sagittarius, and that's actually forging a very positive semi-sextile with Jupiter right through this week. And of course, Jupiter governs Sagittarius. So I think that this can be a time when we can be more progressive as well, but especially when we're thinking about how we can make our resources work for us in a more enterprising way. But there is a quarter moon also on Friday in the sign of Libra. And if we do have to interact with anyone remotely influential, such as a boss, or perhaps someone who works for us, how we come across is going to be critical. Libran energy can almost see us try too hard, whereas Capricorn energy is much more traditional. So it's just finding a balance between how we flex to deal with our relationships, especially professional ones, without completely giving away our power, but at the same time being responsive to what's required. So this is a week that does provide some real opportunities. It is true that Mercury is squaring up with Uranus on the last couple of days. Because they're both in fixed signs, I feel that when it comes to more impulsive decisions or thinking around finances, it's just saying to us, before we do make the jump to actually do something, we do think it through, and also we just don't get too stubborn or fixed in our thinking, which can come through Mercury in Aquarius if there is a new idea that we need to engage with. Your specific forecast, Aquarius, sees one planet leave your sign, Venus, to be replaced on Friday by Mercury. But first, that transition of Venus. Venus has been in your sign since late last year, but its journey into the sign of Pisces can be very good for you financially. And just how this plays out could come as something of a surprise. It could even be someone quite close to you who's going to be linked to this good fortune. Now, I can't tell you what to do or how to do things. That's entirely your choice. But the planets are just saying to you that if you're imaginative about a home resource or in your approach to how you make the most of your talents, it could pay off you spectacularly well. You're often someone who's very foresighted, and that can be rewarded from Tuesday onwards. This can also be a time, however, with Mercury moving into your sign, that if there have been tensions between you and someone close because they don't quite understand your more unique spirit, those could come to the fore towards the end of this week. With the collection of energy between your traditional ruler of Saturn and Pluto reaching an end in its very intense form on Wednesday of this week, and this began most intensely at the beginning of last week, if there has been some kind of unspoken stuff that's been really working its way around in the depths for some years that hasn't really been cleared or resolved, I do feel it can come to the surface now. One of the reasons for this is that Mars is in a very friendly part of your scope, one that's to do with giving you that kind of desire to be very much to the point, but it's linking with Jupiter, which is about knowledge, and that knowledge can be based in a more spiritual dimension, or it can be about information, it can be about experiences. But I feel if you have to stand up for yourself about something, then that connection between Mars and Jupiter certainly helps you. The quarter moon, which occurs on Friday, however, in Libra, your sister air sign, does suggest that it is going to be important to keep a sense of proportion, particularly with Mercury clashing with Uranus. So even if someone really grinds your gears, don't let it take on a life force beyond what it really deserves, because if you do oxygenate the fire, it probably could blow up more than is actually necessarily good for you. But this is a week with Venus moving into your sector of resources and Mercury into your own sign, when your naturally ingenious and original approach to life and being can gain a reward. If you'd like to elevate your knowledge beyond your zodiac sign and order your 12-month personal forecast plus your character analysis, please see the link beneath this video where you can get both and 30% off. But for now, good luck and goodbye. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to go beyond your zodiac sign and discover what 2020 will hold for you based on your personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, please see the link beneath this video. You can get the rest of this year free and 30% off. But for now, good luck and goodbye.